Greetings, and thanks for watching First Shots. Welcome to the Basics of Firearms video series. This series is intended to introduce people who may not be familiar with firearms to their safe handling and operation, as well as teach the viewer about firearms generally. Before we get started with any firearms, it's important that we know basic firearm safety, and this was the subject of the first video of this series. If you haven't viewed that video, click the link in the description, or in this card right here, to watch it. The second video covered the parts of a firearm and a cartridge, and you may want to review that before we get started. This third video will cover the differences in cartridges and calibers. Recall that there are four basic components to a modern cartridge: the casing, the primer, the propellant charge, and the bullet or other projectile. There are two main types of firearm cartridges, regardless of the kind of gun being used: centerfire and rimfire. Centerfire cartridges, like the .45 automatic Colt pistol or .45 ACP, have a primer charge in the center of the back of the casing. The rim of the cartridge is used by the firearms extractor solely to pull the casing out of the chamber after it's been fired. Rimfire cartridges have a primer charge in the extractor rim, such as in the .22 long rifle or .22 LR cartridge. In modern firearms, rimfire cartridges are almost exclusively smaller and lighter than centerfire cartridges. Conversely, centerfire cartridges tend to be larger and more powerful than rimfire. Whatever the cartridge type, when a firing pin impacts the primer, it sets off the main propellant charge. There are many different types of cartridges for many different purposes and weapons. Here you can see several different cartridges, including .22 LR, 9mm Parabellum or 9x19 or just 9mm, .45 ACP, .223 Remington, which is very similar to .556 NATO, and .308 Winchester, which is almost identical to .762 by .51 NATO. A shotgun shell has a metal casing and then a plastic or composite shell around the slug or shot. You'll notice that some of these cartridges have manufacturer names like Colt, Remington, and Winchester. That's because these cartridges were developed by a manufacturer for a particular purpose and then became popular common cartridges. The smaller calibers here are usually considered pistol cartridges. Don't be confused, sometimes pistol cartridges are used in long guns. These larger rounds are usually considered rifle cartridges, but they are also occasionally used in pistols. Many rifle cartridges have necking from the larger casing diameter to a smaller bullet diameter, like these rounds, but not all rifle cartridges have this. Some pistol cartridges have necking, but this is kind of rare. You may also see rimmed cartridges like the Russian-made 7.62 by 54 rimmed cartridge, but it's actually a centerfire cartridge. Shotgun shells are almost exclusively used in long guns, although a few handguns have been developed for their use. These handguns are generally impractical when used in real-world situations, but they do exist, and they can be fun to shoot. There are almost as many different types of cartridges as there are different types of firearms. It would take years to demonstrate them all. This is just an introduction to all the different types that you may see. I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to the different types of cartridges. There will be more specific introduction to the different types of cartridges in future videos. Remember, no video will ever replace good firearms instruction by an experienced instructor, and no video will replace your firearms owner's manual. Welcome to the wonderful, amazing, and yes, fun world of firearms ownership. If you like this video, remember to click the like and subscribe button so you'll catch future videos. You can also comment on this video, and I'll try to answer what questions I can in a future video. If you think I've made a mistake or I've missed something, I'll try to address those comments as well. Thanks for watching, God bless, stay safe, and I'll see you at the range. I need to change something on my view settings. Whatever the cartridge type, when firing, you may also see rimmed cartridges like the 7.62 54. Shotgun shells are almost exclusively used in long guns, although a few If you like this video, remember to click and like.